Hello and welcome back, guys, to another live trade recap. So, today we are going to be doing the trade recap that I've taken yesterday, 1st June 2026. The first of the month, I've already journaled the trade. And yesterday, I had taken two trades, and I'll just explain both of the trades. So, let's just jump right into the recap. So, going on to the day, I had a loose bias. I didn't actually think that maybe we could go to the all-time high very quickly yesterday. So, I went on to the day with two bias, like if the market holds on to the this 15-minute fair value gap, then we could continue to the downside either, or if we respect this, we could just take out the intermediate high and act as the with 1 hour fair value gap, put it as the nearest strong liquidity. Okay. So yeah, market opened around here. If you see 9:30, 9:30. Yeah. So market opened here in the worst presented fair value gap formed here. And after this, we had a nice accumulation, manipulation. We had a nice inverse plus a change the state of delivery. So I could have entered here also. You see, it's 9:49, 9:50. I could have entered here after this 1 minute inverse. The first presented fair value got inverse because technically this was what in manipulation done here. Then we form an inverse. Now the reason I didn't take this entry was we didn't sweep any higher time frame liquidity point. Okay, we did have an SMT, but I didn't assume this as the my like reversal point because technically this is the reversal because the overall market had I wrote it down as a continuation. So reversal. It's definitely a reversal because overall the market was definitely, as you can see, the bullish move. We had already run through the 15-minute gap as well. Okay, I did. So yeah, I didn't enter here. I waited for the change the state of delivery. See the plus candle as the market closes below that. Then there is a small 3 minute gap here as well. You see, there is a small 3 minute gap here as well. We what's that? We have a nice CST. Then I had taken my entry there, taken the entry here stop loss of this body. I could have put it above this first printed fair value gap as well, but this acts as a manipulation. So I did put the stop loss in the body and targeted this low. So now yesterday the market had edged my TP very badly. So yeah, the first point of liquidity was this 1 hour fair value gap plus the equal low plus the Asian low. So I didn't think that we could retrace before hitting all of those. So I could have closed here. I was up very much. I could have gone to break even in the account, but I didn't close here because my TP was here. So yeah, that was the trade. Yes, first trade. And the second trade here, if you see exactly at 10 a.m., if you know the macro, you know the new 4 hour candle opens at 10 a.m. See 10 a.m. the candle opens here. We have a first open the candle opened here. Then we have a low. The candle takes out this low open, low, then we have a high, then we have a close. Okay, the main structure point of this was I could have taken an entry here as well if I would have booked this. After I would have booked this, then technically this is what? It's a manipulation move. We have a sweep of liquidity trade, then we have a change the state of delivery. Then we respect the 1 minute gap. I could have entered here, put my stop loss of this and targeted the first presented fair value gap or the intermediate high. This could have been the second trade, but at that time I could not notice because I was already inside this trade. So the first trade, my break-even point was this 3 minute gap, and I did think first my take first I thought that maybe I could target a 1:1. I at this point I thought I could of closing my trade, but I didn't because the overall likelihood of the market just ripping through this was very high. Okay, I just show the session recording here as well. You see here the market opened here. I'm waiting. Then we have a manipulation move. At this time, I didn't think of this as a manipulation. I thought the market will just run to the upside, but this came as a manipulation move. Then we formed the first presented fair value gap when we inverse that very quickly. After this inverse, technically I could have entered here, but this would have been a premeditated entry because macro was like 20-30 seconds away, and also like what you say. I waited for the change the state of delivery to happen, then I would have taken the entry. Okay, we see I didn't enter here, waiting here at this point. Once we are very close to change the state of delivery in 1 minute time frame, so you can see at this point, then I had taken my entry right there once the market retraced a little bit higher. Okay. And I put my stop loss here above this and I started getting a 1:1. I could have been okay with that, but I likely just extended my TP as the market was going on. Put my stop loss to break even, and as you can see here, the market all is doing the market just to fall through and hit my TP very quickly. That didn't happen. I did say yesterday that I'm going to be following the 1:1, but most likely whenever I see an opportunity that we can capture a little bit more, I will likely do that. Okay. So at this point, the market rejecting here, it fell through. I could have booked my profit here, but at the like what you see, the volume of the candle in rush, it was coming to the downside. I did think that we will hit my TP very quickly. We didn't hit the equal low as well. I thought that both of this equal low and as well as the Asian low will get both of them together, but both of them didn't hit. Just started rejecting and eventually went and hit my trailing SL of on a for $200. So technically, I did book a 1:1, and the next trade I'll just show the next trade here as well. So I thought of making the second video, but as you can see, I hit my trailing SL. At this point, also I could have closed, but I did think we are at this point. I was like 90% sure that we are going to fall because at this point, nearest drawn liquidity is this equal low we had created here and as the Asian low. So at this point, if you are not taking this, like something is wrong with me, I think. So I don't know what the fuck happened yesterday. It didn't both, it just edged the TP very nicely. So yeah, that was overall thought process and it just stopped me out here. Then I waited for the market to give a nice moment here. Where did I take yes at this point? No, waited. Yeah, then this formed as a manipulation move. This formed as a manipulation move. Once we started rejecting the 15-minute IVG, we see it. Yeah, as we started rejecting this 15-minute IVG, then I was waiting for the change the state of delivery and an inverse, and we did that very quickly. This technically turned out to be a false move once again. 2-minute cap, as this 2-minute cap got inversed. This I didn't look wait for the change the state because change the state of delivery is here. So if I take my entry here, then my stop loss would have been what 70, 80 handles. So I had entered once the market retraced to the once the market created a 2-minute ILVG. Now then I had taken my entry there. My stop loss here, I started getting 1:1 here as well, and I got stopped out very quickly. Okay, so the thing that I learned from yesterday is like very weird move is happening. First candle it inverses the gap again. The second candle just what do you say covers the previous candle entirely. And the third candle just stops me out. Like what the fuck is going on? So you see here, we start coming into TP. Then I'm thinking of hell, maybe we start rejecting now. But boom, it just dips. Like this candle will dips. Like what is this three candle formation? Like what? Are you in like black and white soldiers, something like that? Okay. So, yeah, so the thing that I learned from yesterday is mainly to wait for the macro entry. Once I have taken an entry in the first macro, if I do feel like if I've taken the first loss, then I'll close my setup for the day. But if I have taken a win, then I'll wait for the second macro and try to get a 1:1 or 1 and close out for the day. Okay, so that I can maximize my winning potential and minimize my loss. So if I the main goal is to if I take a trade and that loses, then I'll close my setup for that. If I take a trade, it wins, then I will go for the second trade only if I feel like it. Okay. So yeah, that was the second trade here as well. Just a 2-minute inverse, you see, 2-minute inverse. Then yeah, that was the overall thought process. But it manipulated here. Then it just started going to the upside and eventually went on to start rejecting this 1 hour fair value gap and it went on to hit the all-time highs. You know, every day same thing is happening. Like I can't make this shit up. Like out of say, let's see 5 out of 4 days, like out of 5 days, 4 days are happening. We do some shit before the 10th, 13th, then we just go and pop out to the all-time high. So the best like trading strategy for this past 2 months would have been at the market open, just long and without stop loss, just long the market and target the all-time. As the all-time high gets it, you close your setup, come back next day, again long, put a stop loss. Uh, don't put a stop loss and just wait till the market hits the all-time high. Okay, so yeah, there are the two trades taken by me yesterday. If this first trade would have been hit TP, I would have definitely just closed my setup, but it's edged the TP and I didn't notice this partial play here. Okay, if you see this 30 second, See at this point, yeah. So at this point, what happened is the 10 a.m. new candle opens. So we opened 10 a.m. open, then we formed a low, we manipulated lower, and we just gave a change the step delivery with the displacement, formed an 1 hour, 1 minute gap. We respected the 1 minute gap, swept out the liquidity. Boom. Okay, if I would have what you said, close somewhere around here, and I would have observed very clearly, definitely I would like to take this trade. Okay, because the 10 new candle manipulates and definitely it distributes to either of the direction. Okay, so yeah, that's for this video. I didn't take this in 30 seconds, I take this in 1 minute. So I'm just saying. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye, take care, peace out.